of my favorite things to chat about. And I don't know about Auntie Pat's, but we're going to be talking about the stock market and cryptocurrency. Now, some of you, might just be interested in stocks. Some of you might just be interested in crypto. So, you don't have to watch the entire video, but just, skip to wherever you want to skip. So I have a couple of things that I would like to talk about. Auntie Pat does have some questions for me that I will talk about at the end. But Auntie Pat, I want you to introduce yourself and tell us, we're going to start with stocks. Introduce yourself and tell us, what do you know about the stock market as of right now?
Okay, my name is Auntie Pat. What I know about the stock market right now is that it goes up and down.
Very true.
If you're going to invest in it, they say you should invest for the long term. And you have to be very careful because you can very easily lose your money investing in the stock market. So you have to be very careful and savvy and do your research about anything that you invest in. But as far as how you go about investing in it, I'm not sure, other than the fact that most people use a stockbroker, I think, or some kind of a financial planner. But personally, I've had retirement funds and stuff like that where other people have invested, but I never personally invested in the stock market.
When you say you have retirement funds, do you mean also, by the way, guys, I don't know how long this video is going to be. We have no time limit. It might be 10 minutes. It might be 10 hours. I don't know. So this is not going to be a quick video. It's not going to be a boom, 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 gotta go. It's going to be really going to be taking our time. Hope my camera doesn't die. If we have to make a part 2 tomorrow, we will, or later after I charge my camera. But this video's going to be slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. So with your retirement funds, are those mutual funds or those index funds, do you know exactly what it is? Or does a professional say, hey, I'm going to do this, and you don't stress?
I think they're index fund.
Do you know what specific?
I think there was a mixture. Maybe a little stock, maybe a little index, maybe a little mutual. Because one I remember was called Vanguard. That's the only one I remember.
Vanguard, yes. Vanguard is actually very good. Vanguard. Do you know what specific Vanguard that is?
No idea. I just remember seeing Vanguard on there. I had no idea.
I'm going to be completely honest. And I know you know what you're doing here, but I think it's very important that even if you aren't the one investing, you should know exactly what these professionals are doing, because you never know what they might be dumping and pumping and dumping into. So I think it's very important. And even though you chat with professionals, I say, even if Warren Buffett comes to you and says, hey, invest in this because it gives you this, you still need to make sure you do your own research. Now, if Warren Buffett told me to invest in something, I would most likely listen to him. But you know what I mean? Still check your work. Still make sure, everything is aligned. Start off with talking about what are stocks. So, Auntie Pat, do you know if I said Apple stock, do you guys, and Auntie Pat, do you guys know what that truly means?
It's like it's a little tiny portion of the company that people can buy. It's divided up into a gazillion different little pieces, and you can buy a few little pieces.
Exactly.
A lot of little pieces.
That's correct. So basically, a stock is essentially just a security that represents ownership. So when you purchase a share of a stock.
Yeah, it is Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's 6:15 p.m. We ate dinner at 3:43, probably about 4. So we're still yawning. The turkey probably made her tired and stuff like that. So ignore the grandfather clock in the background. The thing is almost as old as she is, probably older. But
no, not as old. I just thought about that.
Really interesting. Wow.
Probably.
Not about know you're young, so I don't know. Probably is older, but basically, a stock when you are purchasing a share of a stock, you purchase a share of Apple stock, for example, you're becoming a partial owner. So theoretically speaking, technically, you are a partial owner of Apple when you purchase an Apple stock. She's yawning.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm glad this is pod and not video.
So there's 2 ways that you get paid from owning stock. You get paid from the stock price going up. So, for example, you buy Apple stock, for example, I think it's $149, and all the prices that we say are relative to the time that we're recording. So if I say a stock price is X, Y, and Z, in 2 days it might be tripled or doubled, so don't come for my tail if the prices are different. They will be different. So there's 2 ways you get paid. You get paid from owning the stock, for the stock price going up. You buy Apple stock, and then a year later it might go up $500, and then you can sell it. You get paid from that. Or they have dividends. Dividend is essentially the company saying, Thanks for owning my stock. I'm going to pay you this percentage times the amount of shares that you own. For example, Intel, which you know what Intel is. They make computers. Their dividend is 2.73%. Home Depot's dividend is 1.79%, and Coca-Cola's dividend is 3%. Now, here's the interesting thing about Coca-Cola. Warren Buffett owns 400 million shares of Coca-Cola stock. There's some people who I've heard you can make a living off of dividends, but you have to invest a lot to be able to cover everything. So, for example, I want to talk about the stocks that have had the biggest moves over the past couple of years. So, Lowe's, 256% in the past 5 years. Bank of America, 131.60% in the past 5 years. And this is going to freak you out. Domino's Pizza stock, 216% in the past 5 years of an increase. Basically, I want to talk about how you invest. So, super simple. There's many great stock apps. There is Robinhood. There is Charles Schwab. There's Webull. There's TD Ameritrade. There's a lot. So what you do is you download the app on your phone, and you purchase whatever share you want. And I'm going to show you my portfolio from this app that I use in a little bit. But for example, for stuff to invest in, Auntie Pat, tell me 2 areas that you think are going to take off in the future that would make you thousands of dollars in the next 10 years.
Oh, I would say green energy and technological type things like, something to do with computers or something to do with communication, video communication like Zoom, and probably computers because they're advancing all the time. And I would say green energy, solar energy, wind energy, that kind of thing.
So essentially tech and energy, which I agree. So I say tech, medicine,
medicine,
energy, and car companies that will go electric in the future. Like Tesla's a good one. I think even Toyota is doing some electric stuff now. For example, Honda. I don't know if Honda's doing electric. I don't know. I'm not up to date with Honda, so that
they probably are, because any car company that wants to compete is going to have to go electrical.
Perfect. Okay, Wonderful. So, and also, one thing I like that Auntie Pat is, if you ever have something to say, please interject. Okay. Even though this is me educating you guys and Auntie Pat, feel free to interject. Here are 2 of my favorite tech stocks, and ones that I will always stand by. And I always say, artificial intelligence is also something to invest in, because we want robots for everything. The transportation industry wants these robots to package orders and do this and do that. But for tech, I would say Nvidia, which, do you know what Nvidia is? Mm-hmm. Nvidia basically makes the GPUs, the graphics cards, for your computer. So you have Nvidia on your gaming PC. I have Nvidia on my gaming PC. And also AMD, they do the same thing. They're not as big as Nvidia, but they're still good. Nvidia stock, the price as of recording right now is $326.74.
Per share?
Per share.
Wow.
Per share.
Wow.
Yes.
That's more than Apple.
Yes, more than Apple, and I think more than Microsoft as well.
Goodness.
And Amazon's is $3,000 something per share. And what is that lady's name? Nancy Pelosi made millions of dollars off of Amazon stock in 2020. Wow. Now, Nancy Pelosi, she doesn't invest herself. She's like you. She pays people to do it, so they know what to put it in. But, it's just still cool. Now, for example, Nvidia stock went up 41% in the past month. That's
incredible.
Last month, October. And AMD stock is $157 per share, went up 28% in the past month. So I'm telling you guys, hop on the tech stocks. You have no excuse not to be investing in tech and medicine. Now, for example, medicine stocks, Johnson & Johnson, GlaxoSmithKline. But I also think that you should invest into, like, for example, CVS and Walgreens, because these companies are the ones that carry these medicines. Mm-hmm. So I say that. And energy stocks, we have, Duke Energy, Chevron, Bloom, and stuff like that. There we go, perfectly saved. I'm going to pull up NVIDIA. I'm going to pull up my NVIDIA portfolio here. So let me find it. I have some, okay, here it is. So NVIDIA Corporation. So basically for NVIDIA right here, I have 2 shares of NVIDIA. And the average cost when I bought it was $213. Now it's $326. So total, I've made $227.34 off of my initial investment from NVIDIA. So there's going to be a couple that are highlights. So NVIDIA is the one that I wanted to highlight. Basically, today's return, I've only made $37 from Amazon stock. And when I purchased it back in August, it was $3,200. Now it's $3,500, and I've made $300 off of Amazon stock since I first purchased it. So that's, I also think a good thing to invest in is also e-commerce, which is, Amazon and platforms like that, that do shipping and stuff. AMD, let's see, I want to show some other, I'm trying to figure out what else is good as well. I'm also invested in the Coca-Cola. Basically, I have 2 shares in that. That was $1,000. I made $381, basically $400 off of Coca-Cola stock. So they're
off of 2 shares.
Off of 2 shares.
Mm-hmm. And Nvidia's is higher than Coca-Cola's. How can that be?
It's insane. It's craziness, isn't it? Starbucks is also a good stock that I'm in as well. Google, Lowe's. I've made $89 from Lowe's off of 2 shares, and General Motors is a good one. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stop recording here, but stocks are always. You know who Dave Ramsey is?
Mm-hmm.
Dave Ramsey. I like Dave Ramsey. Let's chat about Dave Ramsey for a little
Is he anti-stock market?
He's very anti-stock market, and he's also anti-cryptocurrency. So, if you call up Dave Ramsey, and I will insert some video clips of Dave saying this, if you call up Dave Ramsey and you say, hey, Dave Ramsey, what should I invest in? He's going to say, don't do stock market, don't do Bitcoin. There's so many people that he has clips on YouTube where people will call in and say, man, I just made, $1,000 off of crypto. He'll say, I advise you sell all that and put yourself into low-risk mutual funds. It's good to have a diversified portfolio, meaning real estate stocks, crypto, index funds, mutual funds. You should have all of the above. It's important to have a diversified portfolio with different amounts of risk. I want to go back to that app, and I'm going to scroll through. I want to find some more. Untitled, do you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you'd like to say?
Can an individual purchase some stock directly from a company, or do they have to go through a broker?
No, just directly from the company. You just literally do it from your phone. You type in the company, click it, select the amount of shares, purchase like that. The market is open Monday through Friday, I think 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So your order won't go through on the weekends, but it will go through Monday through Friday, I think. Don't quote me on that. I don't quite recall. But I'm going to open up your questions on the Bounty Pat made some questions for me.
Mm-hmm.
So the first question is how to read a report. Do you mean, like, for example?
Like the stock report when he shows all those numbers and stuff. Like the one that appears in the Wall Street Journal.
Okay, let me pull it up.
Like a stock report.
Wait, let me do it on Chrome. NVIDIA. Auntie Pat wanted to know how to read a stock report. Okay, so here we have NVIDIA. So this $326, that is the price of the stock, right? So if you wanted to purchase it, that's that's the cost per share. And then basically it's showing you plus $9. So it went up 2.92% today. That's $9.28 today. So essentially it's the percentage transferred into USD. And then here's the chart. It literally just shows you its trail. And here's, 6 months, 5 years. You can see it's had nothing but an upward pattern in a day. So does that answer your question?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so here's just more about stock. Motley Fool is always good as well. So is NVIDIA stock look at this article. Is NVIDIA stock a good long-term investment if you own it? I say with stocks, I always, there's many different forms of stocks. There's penny stocks, there's options, there's swing trading, day trading, forex trading, and that's all where you are making money in a second. It's very risky. I wouldn't do it personally. That's just me. For stocks, I'd say you chuck some in there and don't touch it for a year, a couple months. So yeah, that's that. Now, your second question was, can someone invest without using a broker? I answered that straight from your phone. And then you had a question about Bitcoin, which I'll touch in a moment. But I wanted to show you, what the S&P 500 is. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you know what it is.
I don't really know how it works, but I know what it is.
Right, so the S&P 500 is basically, I think it's called Standard & Poor's.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what you're doing is when you purchase a share of the S&P 500, you're purchasing 500 companies. So essentially, for example, if you buy Google stock just as Google and the company crashes, you're going to lose a lot of money. But if you purchase the S&P 500, if Google goes down, you'll have other companies that are going up to kind of outweigh.
So you actually invest in the S&P 500?
You can.
Okay, I didn't realize. I didn't really know what it does.
Yeah, you also just like you would in a normal, just like a regular stock, you would also invest in this. So here's every company, and this is called finviz.com. You guys can go here from your computer. It just shows every single company in the S&P 500. So you have your software, your real estate. Here's everything in the S&P. And these are the ticker symbols. So that's Microsoft, for example. That's Apple, stuff like that. That's Berkshire B. And also another thing I think you should invest in, like Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, just because that's financial stuff in the future. They're going to have to really adapt and grow as an industry. So I think that's another good investment. And let's see. Oh, also, I wanted to talk about insider trades. There's this awesome website that I really love. It is called, let me make sure I'm still recording here. Perfect. Okay, it's called openinsider.com. And what you can do is you can see CEOs purchasing or selling their own stock. So let me show you a little example. So you go up here and you can check the boxes. So if you only wanted to see, so we have vice president, COO, CEO. If you only wanted to see CEOs, you click on CEOs, and then you can make sure you can either just check purchase or sale or grant. So we're going to choose purchase and sale. And you can, not in the last 2 years, we'll say in the last 2 weeks. And then you'll press search. And what it'll do is it'll pop up and show you all the CEOs. So for example, insider name, this guy, I don't really know who that is, but he, let's see, I'm trying to see what he did. He sold 772 shares of 10x Genomics stock, which is his own, and at the time the price was 148. So what people do is they go to this website and they copy what these CEOs do. Makes lots of money.
Okay.
So if a CEO purchases 400 million shares of their own stock, something's going to go good. You know what I mean? So people copy it. Now, the cool thing about it is it shows you the filing date because they have to file this. So you can click on the form and it shows you the entire form that they had to fill out because it has to be open to the public if you're selling your own stock. So it shows you the 10x genetics. It'll bring you to the company's website, I think. For example, if we go 10x, or not genetics, genomics. Let's just go stock. We can pull them up here. It's that simple. This is the company. So it's super cool. You can do that, and you can see their. I don't think my thing stopped recording, but there we go. So basically, you can see their form. So there we go. Here's my screen recording. You guys want to show? So, any questions, comments, concerns as of now?
At the stock market?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so I also want to talk about one more thing that people, I would not recommend purchasing gas and oil stocks because we see, in the automotive industry, we have all these cars going electric. We have so many companies are resorting to solar. So many companies are resorting to alternate uses of power, which I like. I think solar is great. I mean, for example, if you have a house built with solar panels, you don't lose power unless like ice falls on your solar panels. Like if you lived in Wisconsin or Alaska, you don't want solar panels because the ice will just, freeze them up and it wouldn't be a good idea. But for states where you don't really get 1,000 inches of snow, solar panel is a great idea. I have a friend, he uses solar panels and they haven't lost power since they moved into the house, which was like 2 years ago. So it's pretty cool. Back to the gas and oil stocks. People, I don't think like I said, I say gas and oil stocks isn't something that you should purchase just because we're currently, leaving gas and oil behind. I think, back in, the late 90s, early 2000s, gas and oil was what you would want to invest in. Maybe like 10, 20 years ago, you put, $10,000 into gas and oil, you put $10,000 into some Chevron, you're going to probably make $100K that year. It was that. Now I would not invest in gas and oil. I wouldn't put a penny in it. to be quite honest, because in 10 years, you have to think down the road. Like, you have to invest for the future. Do I think this industry, this stock will boom in 10 years? If the answer is, if you're not positive by saying yes, you don't need to invest into it. That's my opinion. So I would say stay clear away from it. A lot of people who are safer investors go for the mutual funds on the gas and the oil. Talk about taxes with stocks. Do you know what? And do you file your own income taxes?
Somebody does them for me, but
I don't blame you, because I don't blame you. I think knowing how to file your income taxes is good. It's just like knowing how to do a simple task. Even if you don't iron your own clothes, you should know how to use an iron. I don't iron my own clothes because if it's wrinkly, I'm going to rock it wrinkled. So I know how to use one. I know how to use one. Therefore, it's good to know how to use one, even if you're not doing it. But basically, same with me. I won't file my own taxes. It takes hours, and sometimes it can be quite confusing if you aren't used to it. But basically, if you are filing your own taxes, then it's important to write down your stocks. When you sell, you only have to list your stocks on your taxes if you sell them. So if you purchase them, you don't have to do that. Only if you sell them. Therefore, when you sell them, we have something called short-term capital gains. So if you sell a stock that you've held for less than a year, you pay upwards of 37% in tax. I know your own income is kind of added within that, or upwards of 37%. And then we have long-term capital gains. If you've held a stock longer than a year, you pay about 15% of taxes, 15 to 25, 15, 22. What's up, guys? This is Lauren from the future. This is like 5 days later. I'm editing this podcast right now, and I just wanted to add in one simple note that if you guys are stock people and financial people, you will most likely know this, but for those of you who might just be getting into it, you might not know this. For short-term capital gains, which I specified are upwards of 37% taxes that you owe, it's not always going to be a definite 37%. It might be more like 25, might be more like 30. I just know that it can get as high as 37%, but 37% is not the definite percentage. So keep in mind, it might be less, it might be more. Same for your long-term capital gains. It might not be 15%, it might be 10. It's just, not a definite 37 or a definite 15. I just wanted to specify that, make myself clear. And that's it. Enjoy the rest of the podcast.
You only pay that percentage on any money that you made off of it, right?
Correct.
If you lost money, you don't have to pay.
Correct. And even some people say if you lost money, you can. Some people say you can even get a percentage of it back. They even say that. Now, personally, what you have to make sure you list that on your taxes. But if you hire someone, you tell them, and you hand over your forms and all that, and they'll deal with that, so you don't have to worry about it. Mm-hmm. So we have dividends, we have the stocks. I wanted to talk about I think diversify your portfolio. Have index funds, have mutual funds, have stocks, have everything. Invest in real estate for the stock market. Invest in tech, medicine, energy, artificial intelligence, just kind of everything like that. So let's move on to cryptocurrency. So
the imaginary money.
I found that funny how she calls it the imaginary money. Tell me, what do you know about crypto? Anything?
It's nothing tangible. You can't touch it. You don't have anything to show for it. It's all digital. So imaginary money. Can't touch it.
Lordy have mercy. Well, there you go. Imaginary money. So that's it, guys. No, I'm just kidding. So basically, all cryptocurrency is a digital asset. And let me pull up the proper Google definition because I want to.
Yeah, please.
So basically,
that one, and there's another. What's that other one?
NFT?
No. Crypto, and it'll come to me. There's another imaginary money too.
Okay, interesting. So cryptocurrency is let's see. How does what does it work? Cryptocurrency is a digital currency that can be used to buy goods and services, essentially. So basically, it's a coin. It's a digital asset, right? So it's, for example, if you go out and you purchase let's say you buy
Bitcoin. That's that other one.
Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
It's all part of that imaginary thing. Okay.
Correct. All imaginary. You heard it first, folks. But here's the thing. Think about it like this. You go out and you buy a house, a real estate, an asset. You buy real estate to invest in. If that's an asset, think of Bitcoin or crypto, I should say, as I was supposed to say imaginary asset. You got me saying imaginary. Lord, it's a digital asset that makes you money, right? So let me explain. For those of you who probably know, back in I think it was March or April when Dogecoin. Have you heard about Dogecoin? Okay, I'm not gonna get you into all that because
okay.
that is okay. It's a digital asset that makes you money. For example, crypto apps that you can use: Binance, Coinbase, Robinhood, Kraken, Webull, Binance. I like eToro is also good. Basically, I'm gonna go and pull up my portfolio here so you can actually see all the cryptos that I'm in. Here's my camera. Anyways, so yeah, it's just basically a digital asset that makes you money. So what would I recommend investing into for crypto? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP.
What are you investing in, though?
The coin itself. Think of a Bitcoin as a big apartment complex and you rent out half of it. Like you purchase half of the complex. Making your brain hurt? Oh God, I know this is torture for you. I'm gonna sum it up.
Okay, sum it up and hit me again tomorrow when I'm fresh.
Essentially what it is Elon Musk was thinking about using Bitcoin as a form of payment. But then he was like, you know what, that's a horrible idea because Bitcoin takes up large amounts of energy. Because basically you have to mine Bitcoin. Stocks, there's kind of unlimited shares of stocks, but for crypto, there's no such thing as unlimited shares. So once people have bought up all the shares, it's gone. So he was going to use that as a payment, but you have to, in order to get the cryptocurrency, you have to mine it.
Mine it? What do you mean mine it? You can't go dig it out the ground like diamonds. What do you mean mine it? From where? Where's the mine? Where is the mine?
I'm cracking up, let me tell you.
Oh, God, it's out in the cloud somewhere. Is that where the mine is? Woo, Lord. Woo, goodness.
Oh, Lord. Listen, I'm glad. This is, like I said, let me go back to it. This podcast is going to be video and audio versions. Some people might not want to watch us be all crazy, but some people might. So have audio, video. I'm just so glad that there's two ways. But anyways, as I was saying, you have to purchase a Bitcoin. You can mine.
Purchase it from where?
So you can mine Bitcoin from your computer and your phone, but you make less money.
What?
I feel like I'm explaining division to a top. Let me explain. I cannot.
I want to see it. If I can't see it, I can't mess with it.
So let me explain. Okay. Whoo, Jesus, I feel like I just took a laughing pill. So let me take a couple steps back. You can make money just from mining crypto. So sorry, I'm laughing, guys. If you don't want to invest into it, you can mine the cryptocurrency. You can mine it from your phone, from your computer. There's many apps. Let me start screen recording again because I want to show you some apps, and I know that you're confused. I will explain some more, I promise. Watch this YouTuber. His name is Nanobytes Inc. And he actually made an app.
That's a cute name.
Yeah, and he actually does these things where he goes around the country. He lives in many different countries and sees how long you can live on $100. Right now, he just finished up Lebanon. And he got mugged, but that's a whole other story.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so
he's a brave soul.
He is, and he actually made an app where you can mine cryptocurrency from your phone. I'm not going to do that because it takes up massive amounts of bit rate, I think, something along those lines. But you can literally mine it from your phone. The top 10 best Bitcoin mining software. Or you can literally, let me show you, you can go on to Amazon.com and you can, let's see. You can go on Amazon and you can type in crypto miners, and you can literally buy these mining devices and mine Bitcoin. Now, it's all electronically and mines it from like the cloud, basically. But it takes up massive amounts of energy. That's why Elon Musk didn't want to use this as a form of payment, because he would have to. It's not good for the environment, basically. So you can buy these miners, and they do have They have crypto wallets as well. So you can actually hold your crypto on these like on a wallet like this, $60 crypto wallet, just like that. So yeah. Yeah, that's basically, I'll copy that. I actually will paste it into Google or Chrome. So they have these crypto wallets here they can hold it on to, and the crypto miners as well, that you can mine crypto. So if you buy a crypto miner, you make more money, probably like thousands of dollars every month. I know one guy from social media, I forgot his name, but he made like $1,000 in a month just from mining off of like a $400 miner. So it's very something you guys should definitely look into here. So I'm gonna stop recording. Do I think the question that people ask me is, do I think that crypto will become future currency? I'm gonna say no, and I hope it doesn't, because there's no regulation on cryptocurrency. Anyone can make a cryptocurrency. You can make a cryptocurrency on Tibet. I can make a cryptocurrency, and we can get people to invest into it and make it as big as Bitcoin. You'll see these people on social media, and they'll say, "Hey, everybody invest into this crypto; it's gonna blow up." But they've created it, and they have you invest into it, so thousands of people do it. The price goes up, and they make a bunch of money. And it's cheating, and it's not really that good for anyone else. But anyone can make a crypto. We don't know who made Bitcoin. We know who made Ethereum. I think he's from Russia or Romania. I forgot his name, but I'll have a picture of him on the screen if you're listening to the video version. If you're listening to the podcast version, there will be no illustrations. Therefore, we don't know who's in control. If we make Bitcoin the official currency, we have this person, this individual who we don't even know, the organizer of it. I think every currency needs some sort of government control. Just like the United States of America, the United States government controls USD, obviously. Basically, I think what would happen is, however, people have said it can become the future currency if the government gains control of it. But that would be a breach of privacy, because someone already controls Bitcoin, and that'd be like the government coming into your house and stealing your phone. It's like, whoa, this is my property, this is mine, what are you doing? So essentially, if the government tried to gain control of these cryptocurrencies, I think what would happen is we'd see the people versus the government civil war, similar to what we have seen. And when I say civil war, I don't mean, Abraham Lincoln battlefield, Gettysburg. Aunt needs a Mountain Dew. Guys, this has bored her.
It's not boring. I'm just sleepy. It's got nothing to do with the content. Content's very interesting.
Perfect. Wonderful. And when I say Civil War, I don't mean Abraham Lincoln, Gettysburg. I mean, we've seen, similar to like the Black Lives Matter protests, similar to the, I think, gun control protests. We've seen the people, lighting things on fire and being destructive in the streets, and and also when the Republicans raided the White House. It's similar to that. We see that if the government tried to gain control, it wouldn't be, stop trying to take our crypto. It would be the government is trying to basically impeach on our, I don't know if that's the right word, but they're trying to invade our property here. And it wouldn't just be about crypto, but it would also be about other things that they try to gain control of. So it would kind of be let's wake up and realize what they're doing type thing. But that's a whole other kind of topic. So I hope crypto doesn't become the future. If it does, the government needs to create a digital USD, but I don't want, Bitcoin or Ethereum or something to become a currency, because there's not enough control on it. But I think we do need a digital asset, digital USD, but not necessarily one of these cryptos. So I showed you my crypto portfolio. I think that's it. So on Tibet, I want to hear more of your opinion on crypto. I want to hear you talk some more.
I'm still trying to figure out where you're mining it from.
Well, let's Google it. Let's Google it.
I still don't understand the fascination with that.
So before I searched up where's Bitcoin mined from, does crypto kind of scare you, or is it just kind of like, what is that?
It's like, oh, what is that?
Okay, gotcha. So new data shows that many America's Bitcoin miners are based in New York, in all these states. Now it showed the states, but I meant to say, where do mined Bitcoins come from? To recap, Bitcoin is mined by miners who solve cryptographic puzzles to verify and validate a block of transactions occurring in its network. So you can manually mine Bitcoin, or you can just let it sit and do its thing. So if you bought a Bitcoin miner, it would be mining itself. You wouldn't be doing the mining, So, let's see.
So what are cryptographic puzzles?
Coding.
Oh.
Coding. Yeah. So they're basically manually mining Bitcoin, essentially.
But I still don't understand what it is, though.
A digital asset, a digital coin. It's like if I said invest into this quarter,
Mm-hmm.
you would be you would be doing it digitally, if that makes sense. It's so hard to explain.
I don't get it.
It's so hard to. I would recommend you check out. Okay, here's a video.
Bitcoin for Dummies.
Well, that too. There's a YouTuber who I really like. His name is Graham Stephan, and he has a YouTube channel, but he does real estate, but he also has a channel called the Iced Coffee Hour, where he invites multiple people from multiple different industries to just talk about their industry. So you can type in Graham Stephan Bitcoin, and there'll be people who explain, like what the cryptocurrency is and stuff, but these podcasts are like hours long, so if you want to learn more about it, Graham Stephan Bitcoin, there you go. So
I'm going to put a note in my phone to look up Graham Stephan.
Sure.
He's on YouTube, I guess?
Yes. Let me try and... I'm going to start screen recording. I'm actually going to pull him up here. Iced Coffee Hour Crypto. So I would type in Graham Stephan Iced Coffee Hour Crypto. And see, look, there's videos like confronting the Bitcoin millionaire. See, this guy, he has millions of dollars of Bitcoin. They do podcasts, stuff like that. Making $1 million with Bitcoin. There's, they do podcasts. So there's, you can just scroll through and see what you like. The world's cheapest Dogecoin millionaire. I mean, there's so many good things. I love Graham Stephan. He's one of my favorite financial YouTubers other than Grant Cardone. So Grant Cardone is good. Graham Stephan is good as well.
Okay. So all he does is talk about financial stuff.
All financial. He also has so the Iced Coffee Hour is his podcast where he interviews people, but then he also does have a personal YouTube channel called Graham Stephan, where it's about like real estate and stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
It's all financial. So I think that is super duper cool. But essentially, I think everyone should be investing in a cryptocurrency. I think that's something that everyone should be in. Everyone should be in mutual funds. Everyone should be in index. Everyone should be in stocks. Everyone should be in, real estate. Either whether that be real life houses or via the market. But there's also this cool app called Fundrise where you can invest into real estate from your computer. Like you can invest into a house from your computer. It's pretty cool. So everything's going digital now. But yeah, I think that's about all I had to say for now.
Okay.
I mean, any other questions? Because I feel like I'm missing so much. I know I'm going to end this video and I'm going to say, let me make sure we're still recording here. Like, I feel like I'm going to end this video and then I'm going to be like, oh, there's, so much that I forgot to say. So, any other questions?
No, I've got to let all that sink in. The stock market I got.
Okay.
That other digital stuff, that's got to sit with me for a little bit before I can. I need to rest my brain. I need to go watch some Hallmark movies.
It is.
Watch some no-brainers right now.
It is Thanksgiving and you already want to watch Christmas films.
But thank you so much.
Sister. Wait, I don't think we're done yet, Auntie Pat.
It was quite insightful.
Let's chat a little bit more before you go to sleep.
Okay.
Could you ever, let me ask you a couple questions. Do you see yourself ever investing in a crypto?
No.
I think you should.
You just said you don't think it's something that we should
use as a currency. I didn't say it necessarily not invest into.
Oh, okay.
But it shouldn't become the digital currency of the United States because there's not enough security and there's not enough control. But I do think it's a good asset. So, If you want to, we could download Binance and you can invest $1 into Bitcoin. You want to do it?
Is that the game? Is that the app? We don't really.
That is no. That's real.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to do a virtual investment?
Not right now. Right now, my brain is too tired.
Let me show you how to do it via my phone. So I'm gonna pull up my app here, and I'm just gonna show you how you would, and I'm gonna show you how you would purchase a stock as well. So let's start with stock. So we're gonna go back to stock. I'm gonna show her how to purchase a stock. So I'm gonna screen record. I just want 1 share of Adobe. You have 1 share, and we would press simply buy. And we would go here to open orders, as you can see. So we have Adobe in our open orders right here. 1 share. Now it's not going to go through yet just because the stock market's not open. But I actually don't want to invest in Adobe, so I'm going to cancel the order. So that's how you do it. Now we're going to go to crypto here. Place order $11. That's cool, right? Confirm. And boom, order has been placed. So you have all your information here. Commission charge, so they charge about 1%. And now we're going to do Ethereum really quickly. Now, I'll just put a screenshot. An entire Bitcoin is $59,000, right? But it's unlike a stock. Lord, I'm getting so many notifications. It's up $110 today. But unlike a stock, it's you can't purchase an entire coin. So you're buying little pieces of the coin. But yeah, this is your portfolio. You've lost 3 cents in Bitcoin. But that's okay. And that's all right. What's up, guys? Sorry to have such a drastic end on this podcast, but I realized I just kind of cut off the podcast. I didn't really do a proper outro. But that's it, guys. That's the end of our stock and crypto podcast. I hope you guys learned something. Some of you guys might be crypto and stock experts and, know all this, and you just wanted to hear me talk, or some of you guys might not know too much and you want to learn. So I hope that this was informative. If you guys have any questions, please drop a comment down below. You can find me on Instagram at Where's Lauren. Just literally, Where's Lauren, lowercase, no apostrophes, just pretty simple. And if you have any questions about stocks and or crypto, drop me a comment. I'll be responding to every comment, assuming that it is respondable. But yeah, no, I definitely say, guys, everything's going digital. Definitely get into crypto, get into stocks as well. Don't just do crypto. Don't just do stocks. Make sure you're diversifying your portfolio, getting mutual funds, index funds, bonds, ETFs. Maybe I should do an NFT podcast. I don't know, but make sure you guys invest in everything you can. Not everything, because not everything is a good investment, but you understand what I'm saying. But if you have any comments, let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video, because I'm posting in a couple of days, so get hype. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something. Peace out.